It's the initials only, DH. And that name caused me a lot of problem in the military, because in the military you got a first name and middle initial. And I always had to sign where we had to sign your name, sign my name, and then in parentheses, I-O, initial only. I graduated from
Midland High School.
Midland High School.
And he went in the service the year that he was a senior. That was in 1944.
Okay.
September of 1944, he went in the service. And his birthday was he was 17 then, and then, and his parents didn't have to sign for him because he was 18 in October.
I went in before I was drafted, is what it amounted to. I wanted to go, if I was going in, I wanted in the Navy. And volunteered them before I had to sign up for the draft.
Where did you go to boot camp?
San Diego.
You went straight
I went aboard
to
ship.
the Sangay.
We were USS Sangay, AE-10. We were part of the Okinawa invasion. We carried the ships doing the shelling. We were their ammunition dump. When they used what they had on board, they come to us. I mean, we didn't do much moving in the water, but we had a ship destroyer on each side of us to protect us from torpedoes from Japanese subs. We just moved slow through the water and stayed in a certain area. And those two ships stayed and protected us all the time that we were there unloading for the ships that were actually unloading onto the ships is actually doing the shelling.
Another thing that he did was kind of interesting was he was on the ship, the Sangay, when it was decommissioned in Texas, Orange, Texas, I think is where it was decommissioned.
It was actually built in Texas, and I got lots of kidding about it aboard the ship. It's not the choice Navy duty aboard a ship like that. Not when you're carrying thousands of tons of explosives.
What was your rank when you left the service?
When I left the service,
Yes, sir.
machinist mate first class.
Petty officer, I think they put on there.
How many years did you spend?
7 years.
Well, I was in the engine room. The rate was machinist mate. After so many hours on my first ship, had two 6-cylinder diesel engines and pistons. They're 29 each. Each piston was 29 each round or cross, and they had a 6-foot stroke. And at cruising speed, there was about the engines were turning about 240 RPM, and that put us through the water about 11 or 12 miles. 11 or 12 miles, it amounts to about 11 or 12 miles an hour. Some way I was put into the machine shop, and I'd never seen no machinery, that I was trained to work on, metal cutting lathes and metal machine and all, and I learned how to just operate them and make things, and whatever pump things, when pumps get worn pretty bad, just take the pump and smooth the shaft down, and then make or build on the lathe sleeve to slide up, press onto that, and you extend the life of the machinery for years by doing that. At sea, you would be in the engine room for 4 hours and off duty for 4 hours. I mean 8 hours. My first ship was a diesel ship, diesel powered 2.6-cylinder diesel engine with a 29-inch pistons. And then I went from that to a steam ship, steam powered with turbines. And it was altogether a different life aboard a steamship. You don't have near the noise and the vibration you do with those big diesel engines. But we sat back off the coast. We wasn't doing any of the shelling, but we were the ammunition depot for the ships that were doing the shelling. When they would run out of they spend their ammunition, then they come to us to replenish their supply. We wasn't close enough to see the actual shelling. I guess you could say we were a floating ammunition dump. We're supplying the ships that were doing the shelling. It wasn't meant to serve, or you're going to serve somewhere. And I didn't want to be on land, and I just joined the Navy to be assured that if we were going to be in the war, that it wouldn't be in a hand-to-hand combat. That
when you left the service, why did you decide to leave, and then what happened?
well,
We had a son.
yeah, it's not a place to raise a family.
And
Not in the Navy. If I had it to go do over again, I would still do it aboard ship.
What do you think about these groups who want to honor the World War II veterans as a way to say thank you for the service that you all did during that time?
I hadn't given it any thought. Really.
I'm sure he thinks it's nice.